Samikona hina ke santina pa en hena e koma en esitona ka e koma hihena sa e kompuna ka se komuna ka e to mahena hese tona baha en hu sakimuna sakamuna ka kina fana sekabu ikona akina. Good morning, my constituents. Oh, why should I say constituents? So I'm cut up on being the commissioner of my brothers and sisters around the world. This is Humam Abdulmalik once again with Blackanized Report, reporting on things that motivate, stimulate, and agitate to make us wake up, I guess, to become more conscious, I believe, to become divinely inspired. I know. We become divinely inspired by what we know, by the knowledge we attain from our DNA and our inner verse, through understanding in the chambers and the pyramids of our mind. That's why we got to go back in time. We got to go black in time so that we can stimulate our own mind to be of one kind. We have to do this in order to get back in alignment with real time, because they manipulated and castrated not only us physically, but our mind and culture and spirituality. But that is the thing of the past. We know what they did, as they supposed to curse our class. But it's no such thing as a curse upon us when they are the cursed people. We are the original people. We are the children of the Creator, based on the annals of our ancestors, where truth is etched in stone, where they say, to know thyself is to get in touch with the Creator in your universe, in your temple. And I experienced it to the highest degree. And I ain't no Mason, you see. I don't practice Masonic tribunal compilation with them or collaboration with them. The Scott rights and York rights and all secret societies and all that, and get into that. Then you become into the the Greek fraternity and all that. When they stole everything they got from us, even the gold and silver, even the people in South Africa, the majority of the people don't control the land, don't control the minerals of the land where you produce the most money. And that's the diamonds and gold. Abrahamers and Goldfingers and all those people still control that resource, which we should have took total control over when Mandela became the president. But he signed the contract and said, no, we can't do that. And then the brother Wadu said, South Africa came free to do absolutely nothing. And that's what the case is. Came free, they don't control the land where the money at. The gold and diamonds is the whole, gross product of the whole country, all the financial wealth of the whole country. A few Afrikaners, white boys, control it. Because we allow it. We allow it everywhere we are. We got to stop allowing that stuff, man. And we got to take control. Yes, the people were sold. We have to take control. We have to align ourselves with the divine alignment of our ancestors and study ourselves and study our ancestors as they revealed to us what we're supposed to do to create, once again, the Black Wall Streets and the infrastructure. Infrastructure here in this United Snakes of Hypocrisy under satanic administration, supposed to be about democracy, but this is about is hypocrisy at the the top of the line type of hypocrisy. It makes mockery of the thing they call democracy. But we can't see it with these physical eyes because we caught up in the lies that was created in our minds. But we got to come out of that and become more pro-black. Yeah, we got to come more pro-black. I got to do this thing again, trying to find out the correct way to let it lean. Oh man, then it's so, yes, there you go. I'll do it like that with a little, there you go. You know how I got this at, man? I was in my yard one day and a dude used to sleep in the basement of Busy Bee's house, right? But he used to make those drums, the Caribbean drum. He used to make them, man. Put the sound on them and stuff like that. And one day he came to me. I was standing in the yard. I think I was having a cookout or something. It might have been my birthday. He came over there and placed the hat at my feet and said, "This is yours. You're the king." I looked at him, my man. I looked at the hat and I looked at him, man. I said, "Thank you. I'm so grateful." I mean, this was like maybe almost going on 10 years ago. This brother made this hat for me. Man, I wear it with pride because it's a lot that went into it because it's handmade. And then he gave it to me and said I was a king. So all that into that combined is in my mind. So I wear it with pride. And I tried to be in alignment with the words that he said so that I won't be mentally dead, because I'm spiritually free, mentally free, culturally free. I'm searching for financial freedom right now so that we can help each other more abundantly in this world that we be in. Yeah. So Ben, how was the weekend? How was your weekend? My weekend was good. You know what I'm looking for now? I'm looking for somewhere, a synagogue, so I can go to the synagogue. I went to Juma. I went to church. Now I'm trying to find a synagogue. Because if I'm all in all, I got to walk through all these doors to see what's happening in them, in their halls. They said the synagogue is like the house of Satan or something like that. I heard that. I want to go see what's happening in there. I don't know if if they only have black or white synagogues, but I want to go in one. I'm gonna check out. I'm gonna ask for their synagogues. Then I'm gonna say black synagogues, just to go in to see what's happening, to expand my knowledge of everything that's around me, everything that proliferate and dictates how we sustain ourselves in this world, in this time. Religion plays a major factor in everything that we do in the world. So we got to be abreast of what's controlling the what the say the atmosphere or environment, right? What controls it? Religion controls most of everything that goes on, besides the corrupt political machinery that we call democracy. But we must see for ourselves and hear for ourselves and touch for ourselves so we know for ourselves the reality. See, I know what Islam is. I've been an imam twice when I was in college. I've been practicing out here. I've been to church numerous times, and like Jeremiah Wright and Reverend Wilson are my mentors. And I can't say enough for the NOI, the FOI. I don't care what other people say, but that ain't seeing from my eye or hearing from my ears or speaking from my tongue. See, I have to be one that's in accord with me because I'm free and I can't let nobody dictate to me the way I see things. Because I'm spiritually inclined and I see with my third and first eye, not my physical fifth eye or my five senses, I would say that. My fifth sense is my seeing. But I'd rather hear a lot than talk less. And I like to see what I hear. So when I talk about it, I can confess the truth. I want to be able to, when I talk to you from a point of view that is pure, unadulterated truth from a spirituality, from a spiritual soul that's from a abode of our ancestors and our creator that's God leading me so I can continue to be free mentally and spiritually and culturally so I can have a pure deliberation of what I'm saying to help build our free black nation. See, we still should be boycotting. We shouldn't be ready for no Super Bowl and all that. We forgot about Kaepernick getting on his knees and saying all this killing us is out of order. It wasn't about no flag. If it was about the flag, it should have been about the red, black, and green, not the red, white, and blue. They're gonna tell you about how you should have so much what patriotic stormism about that flag. The flag that they dragged and put around our neck and lynched us for years and didn't give us no laws, the black laws, the Jim Crow laws, and all those laws. And they say the 3/5 of a human being law is still on the book. You must be took us for fools or something. But it's not like that. We're not like that. We're very bright. And everything that you got came from our light. Oh, man. Excuse me. Excuse me 1 second, please. I had to go. I had to go just make an arrangement real quick. But what I'm saying is that we have to be in accord with one nature, one purpose, and one aim. And our great brother Marcus Mosiah Garvey said that a long time ago. That was like in the 30s or 20s. And it still apply today, just like King and what Malcolm was talking about 60 years ago, still apply today. The education system is out of whack. The homes is out of whack. All these things are out of whack because we're not on track with ourselves. Oh man, I got a stomach. Can you excuse me for 1 moment, please? I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I apologize for that open space there, that dead space we call it. But I had to go move something around that I should have did last night. I didn't do it last night, so I had to take care of it this morning. And I humbly apologize. But getting back to us and what we must do and who we must trust in, we must trust in each other to be developed as sister and brother, not bloodline, but extended family line. And that's in the divine connection and currency of the way we should be, how we should be connected. And we should be protectors of one another, and especially our young brothers who are in the street being manipulated through social engineering, becoming, becoming predators against one another when there's already a silent war going on against us globally. So we must bring our full attention and bear upon us as a people of unification, of unifying amongst ourselves, so we can stop watching our children dying. It's a shame that we children are going to the funeral home and underground before the grandparents and everything like that. It's usually we bury our grandparents and our parents, but now they twist this thing around where our young folks are being manipulated to kill one another through gunplay. For what? But really, it amounts to nothing what they're killing each other for. I want your shoes, or I want your jacket, or I want your coat. Or you got some drugs that, or you owe me some drug money that don't amount to nothing. Or the pretty girl said that you said, and this and that. Now, one wind up physically dead, one winds up morally dead, and physically dead, and spiritually dead, holistically dead, death. But the other one living live death when he goes to jail for 50 years and he's only 18 or 17 or 15, and they give him 50 to 65 years to have you on the plantation so you can style when you take your pose in the picture. And when your son or your daughter out here in the street ain't got your leadership, and somebody else is in the place of you, because if you would have been dealing with truth of who you are and who we are, and dealing with unity and fighting against our natural enemy, not in the physical sense, but in the spiritual, moral sense. You fight against yourself first to purify yourself, to change your thinking. You have to change your thinking. You have to change your the way you look at things and how you do things. Because if you don't have a change, or you don't come about a change within yourself, then the same thing will be going on, a deterioration of your lifestyle, of our lifestyle, because we ain't unifying on what we're supposed to be, a divine essence of our blessings, that who we are is the original people. I must also say something about the boycott. I must say hashtag Black People's Comedic Boycott Ham that we started back in July about boycotting worldwide. We're still doing it. We're still making our connection with brothers and sisters in Africa, Akabu land, whatever you might want to call it, whatever is in your mind, perception, for black on black import export business deals also. And we do that also with hashtag Black People's Comedic Boycott Ham. We do both of these so We want to be in sync. We want to be unified in our movement of thought. I was talking to a couple of brothers yesterday after church service. Yes, I go to church. I go to the masjid. I'm trying to find a synagogue so I can go to that just to see what go on inside, what is talked about, the information that comes out. I don't know if they got black synagogues and European synagogues or whatever. It doesn't make a difference. I'm going in there to see what's happening. But I already go to Christian Union Temple, and I go to the Rushden Community Center with Imam Ali to get both of that spiritual rejuvenation on different levels. But it be about the building of our black nation, because this is the mentality of the leadership, Imam Ali and Reverend Wilson. It's the same type mentality like Minister Farrakhan. People say a lot of derogatory things about Farrakhan. What can I say? I'm not going to say anything because I don't know anything. But I like what he's saying. I like how he said. I also like how Jeremiah Wright say things. I heard him speak. I heard him say something so powerful that the time Obama was running for president, he had to run and hide from his own reverend. That's how much power that the European have over our people in this system. You run away from your spiritual guide. That's because he said some things that they think was out of line. You can't say anything about the truth about racism or anything about this society without them getting caught up in their feelings like somebody lying on them or something. But the truth is the way, and the way is the light. So when we write, we supposed to speak the word to the right. And we're supposed to bring it to light. And don't keep it in darkness, because that's where it derives from. The darkness bring about everything that come, because everything comes from darkness. See, they want us to be in the negative darkness and not in the positive darkness. See, they tell us don't do this and don't do that, but they practice everything they tell us don't do. And they have it in occult circles and all this, and at the high echelons of, the Rothschilds and all of them, the Queen of England and all the political white top, I call them white tops, because they want that English look, the time of the old times and the times of the colonization periods when they had the white hair walking around and all that. You know how they be. See, but we got to stay mentally free. We got to be who we got to be. We got to show love and concern and healing for each other, for, our sisters and brothers. And that's how we got to look at it. We got to look at it as a family. We got to look at it as family and be family. Extended family as well as royal bloodline family. And this bring them together in a collaboration of unity. Unity is strength. Unity is power, especially when it's Black power. Black power is what we need this hour to show the world that who we are that strength, the light of the Creator and our ancestors. In 2019, if Martin Luther King was around or his dream was manifested into reality, we wouldn't have to be saying the things we're saying, or what Malcolm said 60-something years ago. But all them decades past, 10 decades or 6 decades, 6 decades or 5 decades have passed. And what's happening? Nothing. The system of racism has tightened the grip with gentrification all around the country. It might as well be all around the world, because they got their armies in here and there. And then Orange Top is acting like a spoiled kid. If he can't have his way, he will take his ball and cut things off over here and cut things off over there. All this is to get something to happen. something to spark, you know. It's like lighting a fuse, waiting for it to explode. An anarchy, a police state, or a race war. See, they're going to say it's because of the blacks we disaway, because we're trying to take it back to America was great. But America was never great when Europeans was in the helm of leadership. Never. The Europeans came into power through manipulation, murder, rape, and mayhem all over the world where they did what they did. They even dropped a bomb, atomic bomb on a group of human beings. So to say that these people is the democracy of the world is insane. It is insane to think that these people can maintain some sanity when they done things like that. They took the land from the Aborigine of here in Turtle Island. They call the United States of America, and that was us. But they don't want us to know that that was us. And we was free men. And we got a lot of land if we just go in there and say who we are. The Aborigine, Native American, whatever you want to call it. They got to give us a land according to their law. But they want us to go about these other names and other, qualities that they hold above our head so they don't have to give us nothing because they say y'all mentally dead. But in reality, it's not like that. See, we have to unite as melanated, carbonated black people around the world and come together on this black pearl they call the earth. Pangea, if you want to say that. But we have to take control back from those without no soul. We got to do that. We got a 4-year window. It was 5 because we started last year. We was talking about this boycott. And it's all based on a boycott. Boycott, then a walk off the job for 30 straight days. We got to be prepared no matter what. See, Orange Top caught everybody off guard when he said, okay, well, you don't want to give me the money, then I'll close down the government. I'll close down the federal government. And everybody said, what? He did it. Nobody got a check and all that. But now he said, well, I'm going to open it back up. He playing games. He's being a puppeteer and you being a puppet. So he being a ventriloquist. He got his hand up your back. And he's talking for you. His talking points are your talking points because you ain't unified. He's so caught up in the system. The system is out of whack. The system is under attack. The system has a virus in it. Because you got those that say they Democrat and those that say they're Republican. They're this one and the same because they're Europeans with all the bread. But they're going to say we ain't together and he's doing that and because we ain't doing this. And, it's like a ping pong game or something like that. But it's no game when we have our life to maintain. And we got a quick dose of that right last couple of weeks, almost a month and a half, I guess, when he closed and shut down the federal government. And that affected a lot of people. It affected food stamps, it affected this, it affected that. But we ain't looking at it in what it really is. It's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call for us to be ready to be able to sustain ourselves on anything that might go down. It's like the power grid may go out. They might say somebody did that. You know how they did 9/11 when the CIA and Mossad did their thing in New York, the Twin Towers. Well, it wasn't the Twin Towers, it was the Tri-Towers because 3 got hit. 1 went down without being hit, and 2 went down from way up there and this explosion come down. Not explosion, but explosion. And people said they seen some people come in there before, about 19 guys before that happened. We also know that the guy who owned the building took out an insurance policy right before it happened. We also know that a lot of Jews ain't come to work that day. We also know there was a couple of Jews on another building taking pictures of the scene. Well, if you don't believe that and you think it's a conspiracy theory, then you still be in that type of mentality when the reality overtakes you and overwhelms you, when the orange top does something else that you are not expecting or call make a law. To me, somebody said the other day he may be trying to deal with martial law so he can stay in office and be a dictator. And they allow the process to go like that because that's how it is. Hypocrisy is not democracy. Hypocrisy is full of trickery and mayhem. What? Let me see. Trickery, mayhem, and a lot of hypocritical processes that this man is master of. He don't care nothing about the people. He does a mad, mad racist that has a tasteless, bitter taste about us in his what? In his mouth, in his mind, in his mentality, in his reality. And we allowed that man to get in office. I guess we said we'll take the lesser of the evils or the better of the two evils. Because what her name? Clinton wouldn't have been no better. I mean, she might have dealt with the weather a little better, but what's the thing she have done already precedes her reputation as a politician. We don't know. You don't know nothing about her and her husband, her and them being part of the occult practices and all that. There's a lot that we got to research and learn and research and when we research it, we say, "Oh la Lord, mocha thin God." You gotta open your eyes and say, "Yeah, is this really like that? Can that really happen? Can these people on that level of society treat the people like that and have no lack of concern for the people?" Just like they went over to Haiti, they got all the money from over Haiti, billions of dollars, and they didn't do anything. They kept that money, put it in trust funds or whatever, hedge funds or whatever. Yeah, the Clintons did that. Not only Clintons, everybody that's in that what they call it, the cesspool of fools. Political, there's some political jewels in there, but they're overwhelmed with these Europeans fools. But it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right because it's our time. It's our time to take about, and make about a change of the world, a worldwide change. That's what we got to do. We ain't gonna do it with a lot of weapons and a lot of bombs and all that crazy stuff. That's what they do. We're gonna have the energetic power of our Lord and our ancestors give us some divine power, some divine sense, so we can divinely be in a pretext of taking over the world without a lot of people getting harmed or hurt. Just mark my word, all we have to do is what we say we're going to do and come together in unity. Stop being Negro pins and selling your soul. Be the brothers and sisters that can go in the cesspool and get our young brothers out of their mindset of being fooled and fool and living a life of foolishly and foolery. Talking about we thugs and we gangsters and we this and we that. You ain't nothing because they got control. They the one put the guns in the community that you put in your hand. They are the ones that put the drugs in the community that you put in your hand and sell to your people. You overlook that because of the little money, little fast money that you get. It's like blood money, just like blood diamonds. How many people will you be willing to kill? I heard a brother the other day, just listen to his conversation. He just come home and he, say he this and he that. All he need is this and he can get that. But all the time he's saying he don't care about nothing but just doing that. But he don't know it's a trap. Either you're going back in or you're going to kill somebody or somebody going to kill you because you're playing the game. That's the game that they play, and those are the rules of the game. We got to realize that. And if we don't change our thinking or help our young warriors change their thinking because they're the ones that's operating in that spectrum or in that space, hurting one another without taste. They tasteless because they become predators. They have been programmed through the frequency, the misuse of the frequency that the enemy has tapped into and changed the frequency. So the music and everything that they listen to is a corrupt, is a frequency of insanity. Have you acting like an animal, like a predator against your own people? And you're supposed to be about protectors and guardians of your community. You become the enemies of your community. Your egotistical, animalistical disposition is programmed into you, and you don't even know it through social engineering of our natural enemy. And we got to make you see that. So I know you don't by choice want to be under robot control. I know that if you knew what was happening, that you would change your thinking, so you'll change your heart. I know it. I know it by divine decree that's in me that I feel and see and understand in the universe of the divine essence of the annals of our ancestors. If you just look in the mirror at your psychiatrist and you ask your psychiatrist the same thing, he'll tell you the same thing. You don't have to be a predator. You don't have to live as a predator. All you have to do is learn how to be content. See, money ain't nothing but money. Fiat money that don't have no value to it anyway. See, we do all these things for money, like money is all. Money ain't nothing. Money is manipulation. And the root of it, they say, is evil. But the people that make the money, they're the ones that evil. You know, you don't never know nothing about the Federal Reserve people. You don't even see their names nowhere. You don't know who they are. But we know they're the Rothschilds and the Mellons and the DuPonts and all those type fellas. They control that money resource and inflation and all that. And then you got the Vatican with their homosexuality. That's a matter of fact. Then you got the Queen of England the same way and the same one on track to racism, like they really control the world. But in reality, we are the ones to control the world with our matriarchic essence of our female sisters who are a blessing. And we got to get back and give back and put them back in their space of control. Take the patriotic, no, yeah, take the matriarchic and replace that patriotic killer creed that they have for you and me. Replace it. Get it out of the system. Get it out of the democratic process. If they want to do that on their side of the board, then let them live like that. But over here, we don't want to be those who hoard. We'll be capitalists and all that. We want to live in a socialist demeanor. We want to be helpful to everybody without no dictator. That's why we got to practice my art, and that's why we got to get the matriarchic system back in the limelight, to spotlight. Well, I think I talked enough. I was going to read a poem, but I'm not. I got to get back in here. That what I missed that dead space for, I got to get back on that. I'm moving something around to get, to make it more comfortable in here and get stuff out of here to bring stuff in here. But I'd like to thank the people who tuned in, and it was only like one brother today, Rodney McBride, that I can see, and I see a Thomas Howard up there, and whoever else has tuned in but didn't sign in or let people know that they was in. But it's not the amount of people, or it's the quality and quantity that you reach, that I reach. See, I ain't into no egotistical, arrogant stuff or what I know and this and that, who don't know this and who know that. I'm about unification. I'm about a spiritual unification, a financial and culture, academic, and all that, a unification of Black people around the world. I don't care about the other ethnic groups. I care about us now because we've been manipulated, we've been tore down, we've been castrated, we've been murdered, we've been lynched, and nobody cares about us if we don't care about ourselves. And even the Negro pens that's in the position of having some few bright pennies don't even care about us because they sold their soul. We can save our young brothers who out of control because they've been manipulated and brainwashed to become predators amongst themselves. But we got to reach them and teach them that they're being manipulated. I know they're not going to like that. And once you tell them about what's going on, they're going to be mad. And they're going to be like, man, well, how we change? You change by changing your thoughts and your thinking spiritually and culturally. It's that simple. It's plain and that simple because you deal with your temple. If you deal with your temple, you know that the Lord is within. And if you know the Lord within, all you have to do is understand that process and accumulate all that knowledge. And then once you do that through the understanding of your universe, then you come out of yourself and you manifest your thoughts and idea in the universe so we can take back the control and power of the universe. And with that, I want to say peace, power, and love. All of them Black, full of blackness from above, from within, and without. Everything that we can think of and shout of, everything that we can be about, the essence of our Creator and our ancestors that live within us. I want to say thank you for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow because the day is Tuesday and the weekday is my days to be on this broadcast. So I say with that, y'all have a blessed day and stay in the past to learn your now so we can have a full effect upon the future. And don't forget, I need 1,000 subscribers on the YouTube system so I can be more of a benefit to us. As the more I know, the more I expose. So with that, as a rose and the thorn together, I want to find me a lotus plant. I got to find me a lotus plant so that I can find that peace. So with that, I say y'all have a blessed day. And the only one I can see too is Thomas Howard and Rodney McBride today. But y'all have a blessed day again, as I have said. Motivate, stimulate, and agitate. That's what we got to do to come about our unity, to save ourselves from ourselves. Because there's nobody else going to do it. Not on this plane, not on this planet, realm, or dimension. We have to do it for ourselves. Amen. Ashe, Hotep, Ubanti, Namesti, Alafia. Peace, Shalom. See y'all later. Have a great day. Peace, peace. See y'all tomorrow or hear from you tomorrow or see you in here. Peace.